Hello, everybody. How are you today? My name is Coach Charmaine, and this is my Sister Lock journey. And it's just mine. It's not anybody else's. So anything you hear on this channel is my opinion about my hair that I pay for, that I don't have to be right where you're concerned. And I just want to make that disclaimer because I'm only giving you my opinion. And listen, if you have an opposing opinion, please share it. I'm not offended. This is not brain surgery. This is not, whether we're trying to decide whether or not to push the atomic button bomb. This is hair. And don't get me wrong, I'm not minimizing hair. Hair is mucho important. It's just that it's okay if you have an opposing opinion. And so I just want to say, hey, this is my latest hairstyle. And what did I do? I twisted it, took a small chunk of hair, twisted it. Do I have any left? And then I just used the sponge rollers. I used the sponge rollers and I twisted it. Now, I was going to use gel, but I was a little concerned about the alcohol. My hair is so funny. And sometimes these locks, they dry up. I mean, it's like they become like a string. So I'm very careful about what I put on my hair. I've noticed by watching other videos that people are able to use all kinds of stuff on their hair, but I'm not. I can't do that. So I have to be very careful. I'm even concerned about dyeing it again, which I dyed it. It was okay. It was cool. But I am concerned about what I'm doing to my hair right now. Now, in terms of length, well, it's curly, but there it is. So I'm very happy with it. Very, extremely happy with my hair. Um, I was washed my hair yesterday, right? I washed my hair last night. I rolled it up. The beauty of not, for me, of not using additional products, I don't have to leave my hair curled as long. Now, is it going to stay this curly for 2 weeks? Absolutely not. But the way it's going to fall, I think I'm going to have a really nice wavy pattern in about maybe a week and a half. In terms of this curliness, it'll probably stay like this for a good solid week. And I am okay with that. And again, I only use dollar store sponge rollers. And you know what? Over the years, do you know how many of these sponge rollers I have thrown away? That's it. Boom. They come from the dollar store. Sometimes they come green. Sometimes they're pink. And they come in various different sizes. So I used, I have two sizes here. And these are the two that I use. And I didn't think about where I was putting them. They're all I had. So I just decided to use them. And so that is that. But, so I washed my hair last night. And, yeah, you know what? Washing my hair, I just love it. I see people washing their hair online, and it's just so cool because you get to feel your hair. You get to just kind of luxuriate with your hair. And I use Trader Joe's tea tree conditioner and tea tree shampoo. The tea tree shampoo, at least for my hair now, is so strong in terms of what it does in terms of cleansing it that I only have to wash my hair once. I wash my hair once with it. I lather it up. I get a good lather. I use about a quarter of the bottle. I get a good lather. I wash it, and then I use the tea tree conditioner. I get a good lather, and I wash that, and then I wash that out. But I let that I just kind of massage that into my hair until it no longer feels like a broomstick. Because after I use the tea tree shampoo, it feels like a broomstick. It strips everything out of your hair. I mean, if there's any dirt hiding somewhere, this tea tree shampoo is going to get it out. So if you're one of those kind of people that have dandruff or, have a lot of issues with trying to get your hair clean, tea tree shampoo is the way to go. Now, and then again, back to the tea tree conditioner. The only thing I do is I just massage it in until it no longer feels strawy, like a broomstick. And that's it. But playing in my hair yesterday, I felt the knots. Now, I would have thought this is my second My second retie was November 19th since I stopped getting knots, right? I would have thought by now that these knots would have blended in to my hair. They have not. So it probably takes a lot longer for these knots to blend in than what I had previously thought. And so if you're thinking about getting knotted locks, you got to consider a lot of things. You got to consider, number one, I didn't use Melissa Blake's method, so maybe, that has something to do with it. The other thing is Melissa Blake's method does tell you that there's a different aesthetic to the lock. Your hair is not going to look like Sisterlocks if you use her method of knotted locks. They're going to look like knots in your locks. And I think that really has a lot to do with the kind of hair you have, the density of hair, whether it looks very knotty or semi-knotty. It also has to do with how often you get it knotted. I mean, there's a lot of factors in what your hair is going to look like once you start doing knots. I'm going to say any knots. I'm going to put it out there, whether it's Melissa Blake's or Tanisha Ali's version or the girl I met 10 years ago, her version. Your hair density has to play a part in it. And you know what? I want some color so bad, but I'm afraid. I would love a little red highlight. Oh, I think it would just do a lot for my skin. I have a lot of reddish yellow undertones. But anyway, so density, frequency, all of these things are important if you decide you want to get knots. I've decided that knots are not for me. I've decided because that I'm not able to go 2 months without a retie. There's not enough time between reties and getting knots. And I know Melissa Blake said that anybody can do it. It's for anybody. But I got to be honest with you. I don't want to have, what do you call it? Now, I'm not, I'm not married to the grid either. I'm not married to that. But at the same time, I don't want to have, how can I put it? I don't want to have coarse hair showing. I don't want, when you look at my hair, I don't want it to be a patch of hair that looks like it hasn't been combed. I don't want that. That's not what I'm interested in. I don't find that pleasing to my sight for my hair. So that's it. One of the things I do find interesting, though, that Melissa Blake's, her models, the people she works with, all their hair looks different. And I think it has to do with density, frequency, and density. I think density and frequency are like the most two important things. This is what I've discovered. But listen, y'all, I've decided I'm sticking with the Sisterlocks. I love the Sisterlocks. I don't like a lot about the community. A lot about the community needs to change. Price gouging needs to change. But I think as more people become certified locticians, as we get more people interested in being locticians, and I don't know if this is true, somebody has to quote me on this or fact check me on this, that if you are working with hair, now I know they said braiders don't have to pay taxes, but I don't know if that includes locticians too. But anyway, I hope so, because that's another issue that most locticians weren't concerned with anyway. But if you were the kind of person that was paying your taxes, and this is true, that what was said, then you don't have to worry about paying your taxes anymore. And I'm assuming that it's not just a local thing, that it's federal. So anyway, it was something else I wanted to tell you guys about my hair. Boy, I should have wrote it down. But anyway, if I keep talking, I'm sure it will come back to me. But listen, I hope you're enjoying your experience. I'm enjoying mine. Again, my hair is probably going to last about a week. I would like some color, but I'm definitely afraid. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. Camille Rose, old-fashioned hair grease. Now, it comes, this isn't it. This is not it, y'all. I want you to know this isn't it. But I want you to understand how it comes. It comes in a tin can like this, shaped like this. And this is something else I got from Trader Joe's. I'll tell you about it. I love it. It's called Bomb Head to Toe. And, I just keep it in my bag for my hands, and sometimes I put it on my face. And if my if my edges get a little ashy, like when you see that white, which is not ashy, it's gray, I'll put a little there on my edge. I'm not trying to use it to lay it down. I'm trying to use it to moisturize. But anyway, what this is, I'm going back and forth, but y'all bear with me. What this is Trader Joe's head to toe balm. I love it. This thing is fantastic. But Camille Rose, this is what I want to tell you. So I'm going to turn it this way. Camille Rose, this old-fashioned hair grease comes in this container too. Let me tell you something, y'all. It's the bomb. It is the bomb diggity. I'm trying to tell you. If you're trying to grow some hair, use some Camille Rose. Now, let me tell you the problem I had. When I went to my new loctician for the first time, I had been using Camille Rose regularly, maybe once a week. If I did a lot of sweating and the hair dried out, maybe twice a week. I had only gone about 4.5 weeks without having my hair retied before I went to see this lady. She said it looked like I had 7 weeks of new growth. She said, "What are you doing to your hair?" So it didn't click. It didn't click that something was happening here. It didn't click. And then you know what? I'm gonna tell you when it clicked. Like just recently. That, oh my goodness, because I haven't been using Camille Rose. I have not been using Camille Rose. I don't know why, but I just stopped using it. And I think she turned me off when she told me that I looked like I had 7 weeks of new growth. But I haven't been using Camille Rose, and I'm gonna tell you something. It's been 2 weeks since I had my retie. I may have 2/16, 1/8 of hair growth. If I had been using that Camille Rose, I would have at least a quarter of hair of new growth. So I got to kind of decide what's going to be my plan going forward, right? Because that stuff works. If you need to grow hair and you got some follicles, I don't know if it's going to heal follicles and all that stuff. I don't know if it do all that. All I know is this: for the follicles you do have, if you got any hair in there, that Camille Rose formula is going to pull it out. And when I say pull it out, I don't mean make you bald. It's going to start growing like weeds. Now, I've been telling y'all about this Camille Rose for about 3 or 4 months. So somebody should be able to testify that the Camille Rose is working. I'm just trying to tell you. You might want to think about it. If you're trying to grow hair. I don't know about edges, because I did put it on my edges. I didn't see any significant changes in my edges. But, I got enough hair to, hide my edges. I'm not that concerned about it. And somebody asked me about my haircut. So my hair grows in layers. It always has my whole life. And then being cut in layers I guess accentuates that. But that's how my hair is. It grows in layers. I hope it continues to grow in layers. I like the fact that this up here has finally started to grow. This was the shortest part of my hair. It was like taking forever to grow. But now it is growing. And I'm so happy. But listen, guys, gotta go. Just wanted to take a moment, share with you. Haven't talked to you in a long time. Haven't had any comments from you guys in a long time. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. I hope life is treating you good. And if you're finding that maybe you are having some challenges, make some lemonade. You know what they told you. Just find something to be happy about. Find some way to make some lemonade with it. All right, guys. So glad to be able to talk to you guys again. And listen, if anybody's interested, go over to my channel, Life and Marriage Coaching, and you'll find my shorts on communication and on marriage and on life. Take care. God bless you all.